to Biscuit Boys interviews on SRB Radio with me, the Gabby Cabby, in association with Griffiths Clothing. Joining me today is my old mucker, Lewis Griffiths from Griffiths Clothing. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself? You good?
Yeah, good. How's things?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, mate. Got a little bit of a cough going on, but yeah, can't grumble.
Yeah, there's a lot of that about, and it's coming into cough season because it's been so
indeed,
warm,
mate.
and then
It is
it's been
indeed.
so wet, and then so our coughs and colds just don't go away.
Nah.
And what
nah,
doesn't
shit.
also go away is your enthusiasm, your vibrancy, your energy, because you are always on it. And I reckon you sleep about 2 hours a night.
Bless you, mate. Bless you for the kind words. I'll stick the check in the post. No, it's roughly about 4. I get about 3-4 hours sleep a night. But yeah, I'm used to it now. I'm used to it. It's kind of different times around the world when people are getting in touch, like States, Asia, etc. So it is what it is, mate. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of our graft.
Absolutely. We've been doing this probably for about 4 years now, and I gotta say, you are the most on it guy person that I've ever known. How did you get started into this? Because you're not just into clothing, you're into music in a massive way. You're also into publishing and records and books. So let's start with a bit of a backstory about Lewis Griffiths and also your iconic logo, because there's like green, red, white, and it's a bit of a Welsh connection there, isn't there?
It is indeed, mate. It is a Welsh connection. So yeah, my family originated from the Rhondda Valley, Blanquin, and came into London. So yeah, proud of the roots, very proud of the roots. Yeah, and I kind of like my mum and dad were both kind of mods back in the 60s, dressed slick. And they've got some fantastic photos of, Dad used to get his stuff made up in Savile Row. And I kind of think that rubs off, and there was always good music around the house, like Motown and ska and soul, stacks, and it was good times. And I think that kind of rubs off on you as a kid. It becomes part of your makeup. So yeah, we dressed well as kids, and I think like it's just natural progression. You kind of follow into those roots by looking at the photos, and yeah, I got into the mod scene purely through the music, really. And I kind of, without blowing smoke up my own arse, you would walk about and people would stop you and sort of like say, where'd you get that jacket from? Where'd you get those trousers from, those shoes? And most of it was kind of like charity shops. So there was I thought at the time, there's a bit of an opening there to kind of like do reissues. So, and that's how kind of the clothing started. But it originated from a dream I had, to be fair. And it was so realistic. I woke up the next day and started writing like notes down, and 2 years later we kind of we launched with the clothing range.
How long ago was that, Lewis? How long have you been into the clothing?
That was 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years ago. So yeah, we haven't been going too long. And for me, music and clothing always goes hand in hand. So like it was. On the back burner, it was always like we'll do the clothing first, and then when that takes off, we'll look at doing a record label. And we've released some decent bands, and I think the cream of the crop is who we got at the minute, and that's Terry Shaughnessy. Yeah,
you've been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into Terry, and I have to say, I'll echo those words that Terry is the real deal. He's one of the great singer-songwriters of our generation.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. It's kind of I always had Terry in the back of my mind when we was doing other bits and pieces, but I never felt we was kind of like ready of a man of his kind of caliber to like approach and sort of like say, look, we've got this going on. Do you want to be part of it? So it was, I'd spoken to him and I tried to get him on board, and he was like, well, I don't know, and then I phoned him up. Excuse me, phoned him up one afternoon, and I said, look, we've got this going on. We've got plenty of decent people on board. Do you fancy it? And he went, yeah, we'll do it. So, yeah, and kind of, like you say, it's exciting times for Terry at the minute. There's a lot going on. I can't really disclose too much.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think it's going to go big for him, and and he deserves it as well. He's a lovely chap.
Yeah, he's an absolutely top bloke, and also very supportive of other people as well, which I think is so important in this industry, because there are many that aren't very supportive of others. But Terry is absolutely a diamond geezer and bang on it. And his single off the new album, Songs from Another Life, Volcano, is released on the 29th of September, isn't it?
That's right, mate. 29th of September. Yeah, it's going to go out on vinyl. It'll go out on a hard copy CD, and it'll also be available on your iTunes, your Amazon, your Plays, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, looking forward to it. And like I say, it's exciting times. He's getting quite a bit of, making quite a bit of noise worldwide at the minute. So, radio stations, TV. It looks like we might have some gigs in the US as well. So, all good.
And he's also going to be streaming live on TV on the 20th of September.
That's right, mate. Yeah, on GBC TV, which is Gibraltar TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't, obviously, if you can't watch it on the box, you can live stream it from their website. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it'll be on there. I think it's 8:30 GMT. So.
And they have been absolutely golden with Terry, haven't they? There in Gibraltar, he's done many shows. A couple of live sets acoustically, and top draw stuff over there.
Yeah, I think they see it for what it is,
yeah.
And he like you said, he's just on another level. So they're always asking back, but yeah, so like I say, it's the start of things to come.
Now another venture that you've got on, the not so much on the back burner because it's going out again in September. September is going to be a massive month for you. Is on the 3rd, you've got The Water Rats, the launch of There's No Drinking After You're Dead by James Walsh, which is one of your books that you're publishing. So let's talk about James as well.
Yeah, well, we stuck a post out on Facebook probably about a year ago, and we just went out and said, like, has anyone got a book that they've written, a novel that they fancy releasing? Get in touch. We had quite a few people, saying some like bits and pieces of what they've written, and we knuckled it down to about 5. And it was James's that we kind of thought, right, this looks good. It's a good book. This kind of fits in well with what we're doing. It's Billy Hunter character, and it's a fantastic read. And he's another one. James is a good family man. And yeah, so he wanted to meet up. So we met in Victoria. He come all the way up from Gloucestershire, sat down, and we hit it off straight away. And yeah, I was over the moon that he wanted to hop in with us, and yeah, so his novel's coming out 3rd of September.
But again, I don't think anybody that's met you or connected with you couldn't not want to get involved with what you're doing, because you're infectious. Your energy rubs off, and your enthusiasm does as well. And like when I've had moments where I think, where are we going to go? There you are at the end of the phone, being supportive. So, to have that support network and that framework behind the projects, I think is invaluable, because it's not everybody that gives that aura that you do, Lewis.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah, I kind of think, you stick by those who stick by you, and you've been fantastic for us on the station as well. With the logo behind you boys when you do your broadcasts, and money can't buy that, and we're proud to be part of what you've got going on. So if we can repay that back in some way, where, like even just a phone call, and you only got to look at it now. We said the other day, you've got 6,000 people listening to you, and I think that speaks volumes, and you're doing a good job up there.
Well, saying we try our best, and like yourself, we love what we do. And I think when you love something and you want to learn more about it, you're excited about it, that does rub off, and we're open to absolutely everything and everybody, and we want to embrace it all, especially, with the kind of mod genre, and, my hero is Paul Weller, so anything that is slightly resembles Paul Weller or the Jam or the Style Council, my ears prick up and straight away I want to get on board. I want to get involved with it all.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not just like the likes of Paul. You see it for what it is, where
Yeah.
bands need a voice. For, it's like I say, money can't buy what you do for bands. They got to pay for that usually to get some PR involved. So, full respect for you boys for doing what you do for the unknown bands.
But again, I think the more that you get into it, the more that you enjoy it, and the more that you kind of branch out as well.
Yeah.
Who else have you got? Because we're going to talk about John Hellier and Paolo Hewitt's book, because you've got a Q&A on the 22nd.
That's right, in London.
Scottish Stores, is that? Have I got that one right?
Yeah, the Scottish Stores. It looks likely it's going to be there. We just need to, on a Mick John tomorrow, I'm pop down there, but that looks like it's set to be the venue. So, just got dot a few I's, cross a few T's, make sure everything's all above board.
So before we get into that book, which is Can You Show Me a Dream, about the great Ronnie Lane, what else and who else are you involved with? What's on the back burner for Griffiths Clothing? What other books are you publishing? What other records are you publishing? And do you want other people to get involved with? How do they connect with you? What's the score on that?
To be honest, mate, we don't plan nothing.
Yeah.
It's kind of I think you need a game plan, of course, but I think that happens when you get the people on board, i.e. Terry, John, James, then you have a game plan. But we kind of just do everything. I think if you start planning stuff, it takes the fun out of it. So we just go with the flow. There's a couple more books in the pipeline that we're humming and ahhing over.
Yeah. Definitely
going to do films. I'm going to go into some films. We was looking this year, but its timescales are too tight.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably be the next thing next year. On the record side of things, there's plenty of bands out there, but I gave Terry my word. We wouldn't take anyone else on until he was sorted out. I just can't, we could take 100 bands on to make ourselves look good, but what's the point in that? You can't manage it. So let's do one step at a time. We've got Terry, and he's the best out there, I'd say, at the minute. And we work on that. Once he's taken care of, we move on to the next.
Because again, that's it, isn't it? The more that you do, it gets watered down a little bit, and you can put too many eggs in a basket, can't you? And have them scrambled rather than let them.
Well, you see it all the time. You look at other labels, and it's a lot of bollocks. So, they're signing bands for the sake of signing bands, and then they just leave them. Like you got they come in, they've got they've recorded an album. They ain't got to pay for the album to get recorded. They bring these bands in, look at us, and they do fuck all with it. Yeah. So it's just like we can't work like that.
So let's talk about John Hellier and Paolo Hewitt's book, Can You Show Me a Dream? It's about Ronnie Lane. So would you like to give us the full SP? Yeah,
well, I'm still pinching myself over that, to be fair, because massive small faces and that, and it's just, I've said to John and Paolo before, I've been certainly grateful that we're blessed that we've been asked to do it. It was off the back of Peter Meaden. We've done the book with Pete Wilkie and John Hellier, the Peter Meaden story. And John, kind of, bless him, he said, done such a great work with the Peter Meaden book. Would you want to do the Ronnie Lane book? And it's kind of like, you don't have to ask me that twice. So, it was. I met up with John and Paolo in Liverpool Street Station. It's always at a train station for some reason, in a pub. So, met the boys up there, had a chat. Paolo was happy, John was happy. And we're kind of like, well, let's push this. So I know it's going to, I got an email today to say that book is getting pushed out to the press. So, we'll just see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens on that.
So
it's all looking good.
The Q&A is on the 22nd.
22nd of September.
Will the book be coming out beforehand or after?
22nd of September. All the hard copies have been sold, which was via pledge. I think we've done about 500 copies of those, which just goes to prove how much clout Ronnie's got still, and a fan base. And we're going to release the softbacks as of the 22nd of September, and if anyone wants to buy one, it can be bought via ourselves or Whopping Wolf, John John's website or the ronnielanestory.co.uk.
And will there be an option to purchase them in HMV or any high street shops, or is it just online, Lewis?
No, it looks like it will go into the shops. It'll go into Waterstones, so and a few others. We're just kind of like waiting on a few emails. Like I said, it's gone out to the press and it's gone to publicists and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're not just looking at the shops, it's licensing deals of it, and and like I say, we're looking to do a film off the back of that as well.
And what else have you got on the back burner?
That's about it, I'm afraid, mate. Like I say, there's a few books, and it's probably going to tie us over until, like, all this that's going on in September is going to tie us over till roughly about October, and I think after that I want to take a bit of a break. So Terry's got a gig in Spain, in Malaga, on October the 7th, and I think I might off the back of that, I'll be there. I might have a little bit of an holiday, so and then hit the ground running in January again.
That sounds great. And I've got to give a shout out to our mate as well, Jenny Bellstar, because she is prolific
Beautiful
in what
Jenny.
she does, and supporting you and supporting everybody else as well.
Yeah, that woman's got a beautiful soul. She really has. The amount of charity work she does. She's so lovely, and again, always be grateful for like the share she does, and she always gives us a mention. So which she doesn't have to do, but yeah, she's a lovely woman.
And that's on her radio show on the Great Portobello Radio, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Well, I think I'm going to be popping down there in September to play a bit of ska and reggae with Jen. So, I'm looking forward to that. So fit that in between the launches, the books and the music, and be good.
Have you got anything coming up with Soho Radio with Eddie Pillar?
No, nothing whatsoever. You ain't invited me on there.
Oh, okay, well,
You never know.
Well, you don't, because there is just so much that's going on, isn't that? I just think it's a wonderful and exciting, I think, a vibrant time in music and fashion and football as well, I guess. I mean, you're a big Chelsea fan. You won the title last year. Do you think you're going to defend it this year?
I don't know, mate. I think I'd like to think so, but after Saturday's result, I'm unsure. I mean, City are looking strong. Man City are looking strong. I think United are looking strong. So yes, I think it'll be a good season. But I think we'll be there or thereabouts. So yeah, get a few games down the bridge. I'm sure Terry will be down there with me as well, enjoying it. And watch a few games. Yeah,
you'll have to sort out Liverpool versus Chelsea game.
We've already spoken about it, so it looks like he might be coming over.
Days of Mourinho, that was quite feisty, wasn't they? Was it Benitez was their manager as well, and there was quite a bit of needle, wasn't there, between Liverpool and Chelsea?
Yeah, it's been some good. I mean, European semi-final clashes have been good over the years, but it's always good. We always have a good match against them.
So finally, mate, how can people link up and hook up with Griffiths Clothing, your social media sites, your websites, etc.? Let's give a shout out to them.
It's Griffiths Clothing on Facebook, Twitter. We've also got an Instagram account, social media account, wherever it is. And the website, www.griffiths-clothing.com. Get in touch, contact us, and the girls will pick it up.
Superb. Well, don't work too hard throughout this month of September, mate.
No.
I know what you like.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your kip as well. More than 2 hours, at least 4.
Yeah. I'll have a decent kip tonight, mate. I promise you.
Top man. Can I thank you so much for your time? Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all your energy and everything that you do within this industry, mate. 'Cause it doesn't go unnoticed. You're an absolute top geezer.
Pleasure.
And
thank you for having me on, and cheers to Chris as well.
Yeah, but anytime you need us, we're always there for you, mate.
All right, mate. Perfect.
Cheers, Lou.
Time, mate. Be good. See you later.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye now.